kilograms on the button. That's probably a little bit, kilograms on the button. That's probably a little bit,
Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Oh, that's not good. Oh. The situation resolved itself. All right. Wait a minute. This is not our KSP. Is it? Oh, right. Something's not right here. Wait a minute. Don't be yelling. Am I tripping, or does this seem wrong? Something's not right here. We got the right map. Don't be yelling. Oh, wait. There we go. My supermarket now does my favorite triple cooked chips, so I'm willing to see if they're as good as the real thing. We can only hope. It's always exciting and disappointing at the same time whenever that happens, because I'm like, the older I get, the more of my favorite things get ruined. Like, a lot of my favorite restaurants don't taste good anymore. Like, I don't know. What? When we get a partnership. Yep, when we get partnered, we'll do more merch. I used to when you were very little. Alright, let's see. We're still stuck on this 3,000 kilometer down range. What's LV? Oh, those are sounding payloads. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna... I have an idea. It's only an idea. So let's bring up the latest Ashton. Let's load this up. Now, Luke, you were saying something last week on stream, and it got me thinking. Do I have... I do. Alright. Oh well. It's pretty much the exact same thing. Alright. Let's... I got you thinking. Yes, it is a disturbing thought. But I've been thinking about this for a whole week. And what I'm thinking... That's too big, though. Maybe that'll work. You had me thinking about increasing our delta V. Now, first I need to... That's actually not bad. That's not bad at all. That's actually really, really doable. What's the weight? 5 tons. Actually, we could probably... Oh, that's another thing we gotta do. I learned something else from Mike Aben. 25. Apply and preserve dimensions. That'll take off some of the weight. Still shy of 6 tons. What's this at? That's at 2. Could work. You see where I'm going with this, Luke? This could actually work. Proto 2. Alright, now let's get this staging set up straight. So that's 28 tons. What do we have for controllable mass? For 40. Let's drop that to 30. Electricity is 150. That should be fine. Staging. Primary engine fires. Docking clamps release. Decoupler. Now this is where this is going to be different. Do those not have engines in them? Well, that's certainly odd. Those should have engines in them. What was the engine? I think it was... Why isn't it snapping? High pressure fuselage. guys gotta kind of quiet it up a little, okay? That's high pressure steel. Fill for the U2000. Did that do all of them? Yes. All right. Hold on. Ooh, I get looks like Optimus Prime, but I'm willing to give it a go. Yes. This one down this. It does look a lot like Optimus Prime. And we still have a pretty decent thrust ratio at launch. The Delta V did not increase as much as I was hoping, which is a little concerning. Let's see what happens. Simulate. Wait, before we simulate. Because we can rearrange. Wait a minute, hold on. I see something here that's not right. Alright. So, this one and this one fire. Then these two fire. So, wait, which? Alright. Okay, so these two. What is going on here? This one. Remove from symmetry. Alright. So these two fire. That looks. Then these two fire. Then this decoupler. And this decoupler. Then this stage should be these two decouplers. That should be right. Let's save and simulate. the new gold rocket things, those are rockets. Those are the darts. So the dart was the very first rocket we built. So all I did was took the exact same rockets from our first build and stuffed them on the side of it. But it did not add as much delta V as I was hoping. I was hoping for closer to 6,000 meters per second delta V. How about you do one then the other and then one then the other? You can take turns and do both. We do have a loss of thrust. Let's try that again. What is up, Tweaky? Oh, yeah. I had the settings changed for recording. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Alright. I don't understand why my RCS... Hold on. Let's go investigate this RCS issue. What are these? Let's get rid of those first of all. Come on, what the hell? Why? Why are you doing... Oh, it's because of that. Got it. I'm not going to change them at all. Alright, there's that. This is a controllable mass of 6 tons. has an overall mass. That could be why. So we have to change it. 8 tons. And of course it made it stupidly long. That's okay. We can change that in a little bit. Right now I'm just looking for a proof of concept, and then we can tweak it out later. Okay. Now, why is the RCS blocks not... What is this tank filled with? High pressure aluminum. Maybe because it wasn't filled with anything? Let's save it and simulate it again. Tweaky! Just stopping by for a minute before I go back to bed. Got a visit from the sheriff's office last night. Someone made a fake call about my brother. Dude, that sucks ass. I hope you get a good nap, though. Smaller darts to the base. We might have to scale those down. I was really hoping that it would just be a matter of, throwing these on for extra delta V, but it is never as simple as I imagine it when I'm thinking about it off stream, and I've been playing Windrose every second that I'm not streaming. I've been playing a lot of Windrose. I do have 3 people that want me to stream Windrose now, though. So, next weekend, we might be streaming some Windrose on Saturday instead of Kerbal. We'll see how it goes, though. Windrose is really grindy. Oh, well, we got to think about the weight. We're already at the bottom of our thrust to weight ratio for this bottom stage, so I'm trying really hard not to add any more weight than we need. God. What? Alright, so that was a staging issue. That was a staging issue. I realized last second that this is not right. This has to be down here, and this has to be down here. Okay, let's try it again. Because we only have a few years left to do this downrange contract before we fail. Admittedly, I don't know exactly what happens if we don't complete it. But I'd like to see if this situation works. Because if this situation works for us... Now, the other thing I could do is fire all of 4 rockets at the same time. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, just a bit too early. I would love it if I could figure out how to get McJeb to handle this, because I know there's a way, but that's some advanced McJebbing that I really don't know how to accomplish. Why is it going so crazy? Well, it was working. Ugh. Taz! First time you've been here? Yeah, we've ditched the rifling for now. It might be revisited later. It's been so long since you've been in the stream, Taz. I thought you disappeared on us. What is the deal here? I really don't understand why my RCS thrusters don't work. They should. It's filled with nitrogen. It's high pressure. What if we get rid of these?
I'm losing this round for sure. I'm in 12th place. Boost! I'm in 11.
And what if we put these on?
But I got the boost.
Also thinking, let's
AI so good. How?
bump this all up.
Wait, what if I did the Koopa shell?
Come on. Thank you. What is this? That's a
I'm in 11.
tank.
By a millimeter.
Let's turn this to a cylinder.
You still got 4
What's
places.
this?
I got 16. You got
That's our nitrogen tank. So what's this one?
Can I feel the highlight? No. You did that last time and said it would drop. Next race.
Let's just get rid of that then.
Next race. And after this race, we're doing mine. Since we only did about only 2 or 3 rounds of the battle. I'm not doing the battle.
If you can't take turns, you're not gonna fucking play. this is our nitrogen tank. So put that at 1, top at 0. Right. It should be stable. Let's save and simulate. You have been. Have you named a Kerbal Tazjax and sent him to the internet? No, we can't even get to orbit yet. Can you put the spin thrusters on the front ahead of the darts? No, we can't, because we can't do spin stabilization because... What? Now electricity's off? Wait a minute. Why? Oh my goodness. It screwed everything up. Alright, hold on. That's... So, we need to put controllable mass at 9 tons and electricity at 200. Apply and preserve dimension. 9 tons. 200. There, are you freaking happy? We can't use spin stabilization because the stage is guided now. So it'll just use up all the resources it has trying to stop the spin. It's gyroscopic stabilization, yes, but gyroscopic stabilization does not work when you have guidance. Oh, I should have checked my staging. Hold on, let's revert to editor. We'll fix our, make sure our staging is good before we simulate. So yeah, if the center stage was unguided, gyroscopic stabilization would be the best way to go. But because it has guidance and RCS thrusters, what would happen if we tried it is that the RCS thrusters would attempt to stop the spin. So, engine fires, decouple. These engines have to fire before this decoupler. Then it decouples. Wait. Then it decouples. Then these engines fire. Then we drop those engines. And then we drop those engines. And then we coast. And then we have our SRB. Our SRB fires. Then the Veronique fires. That's good enough. Alt F12. Oh, console commands. I don't know how to do none of that. I do not know. I'm still brand new to RP1. And I'm still relatively new to Kerbal Space Program on PC. we have over 400 hours logged for Kerbal Space Program on console edition, but we're just starting to push somewhere around 30 or 40 hours on PC. All right, so we have that's fine. You don't have to play. You can play single player. Do you know how to... Here, give me the controller. Here. Give me the... No, the fat controller. Oh, behind the purple one. Yep. Give me the other controller. Sorry, guys, I'm helping my boy real quick. Oh, I hate these things. Okay. Okay. Give me... Put this here. Put this back. Put this back. No. Right there. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm helping my son pick out or set up the Nintendo for him. No, check it. There's an action called cheats. Great, I just found KSP player. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit farther down on the list than that.
I'm gonna be playing Mario Kart. Single player.
Yeah, if I can figure out how to get this dang thing to work. What the hell is going on? There we go. Jack. There you go, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Same. All right. And if it makes you feel any better, you did find, you know, another Kerbal Space Program player, but a few things. First of all, I've been playing Kerbal Space Program since before the Artemis missions. Kind of makes me an OG player. Second, just pick one. Secondly, I'm playing RP1, not stock Kerbal. I managed to get KSP for free and legally. Well, legally is a good thing. All right, so we have thruster up. Let's try this. Because out of the hundreds of thousands of KSP content creators and players, there's not many willing to take on the RP1 challenge. And I understand why. Holy crap, is this difficult. I bought it in 11. I bought KSP about 500 hours ago. I honestly don't remember when I first bought it, but I first bought it on PlayStation 5, so I would say a little over a year ago. But I only paid like... Nope. Same problem we had before. Ugh! I started playing around 2 to 8 years ago because that was when the sale was. The RP1 challenge is a mod pack that takes stock KSP and turns it into a more realistic progression using real solar system mods, real solar system, realism overhauled, and realistic progression. So you start in the 1950s, and you only get parts and parts. You only get parts that are in the 1950s. So, for example, this is all steel. I just unlocked aluminum tanks, which, if I wanted to spend the money to retool this entire rocket, I could switch everything to aluminum, and we would probably squeeze a few more meters per second of delta V out of it by cutting the weight down. I've just been really, really trying to get this to work without having to spend an exorbitant amount of money. All the parts we have on here right now have already been paid for. So I could do this cheaper, but I don't think it's going to work. These engines do not like to light in max Q. So if you look right here, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me. We're only at a 6. Yep, we have one engine failure. Alright, so revert to editor. By the way, if you use fairings, it will reduce the overall drag on the top side of so RP1 is just KSP, but historically difficult. Yes. Yes. I only do KSP science because I don't have the patience to do career. We've done career playthroughs, science playthroughs. The problem we had on the PlayStation, though, is that we continuously lost progress because the PlayStation 5 does not handle... The PlayStation 5 does not handle KSP very well. Oh, wait. We need to be smart about this. Why are we not getting... What's the issue here? Why are you not doing this? You're gonna... Something... What? Why? Four-way symmetry. Oh, it's because symmetry's in... Alright. Oh, come on. Stop it. Stop it. Thank you. Fine. You want to play hardball? I'm game. What? No. There we go. What was I saying? Oh, sorry, guys. Welcome in, welcome in. KSP was fine when I played it on my PS5. Nah, yeah, but the thing is, Y'all hear about... Yes, we are all watching KSA with very high expectations. Are you researching the multi-engine plate? I believe so. Hello, Rocket! Kitten Space Agency is everything Kerbal 2 should be, and it is made from the guys who made KSP. And, if you didn't know, some of the good modders are also working on KSA. Like, I know Parallax, what's his name? Is it BlackRock Parallax? I forget his name. The one who's responsible for the Parallax mod. Why don't you use the Zethane mod? It makes the GUI look much more fresher. So, I was using a couple of different mods at the start of this playthrough, and they didn't play well with others. So, we had to clear the mod packs out completely, and, why is this just deciding not to work all of a sudden? I love you too, my boy. No, I love you more. It's okay to be wrong, dude. Whoops, I don't want a Veronique. I need a Tiny Tim. Okay, so now I have to do... I think that's better. Anyway, I'm sorry if you guys are brand new here. I get sidetracked a lot when I'm talking. It's a horrible thing for a streamer to do, but here we are. What I was saying. Oh, so we did have a bunch of other mods, and they didn't play well with others, so I had to purge all the mods out and re-download the mod pack from scratch. Oh wait, that's the inner diameter. I want the outer. There we go. Is that 1 meter? Diameter 1 meter, yes. Oh, why did I do that? This button. That's fine. I'm not gonna be picky about this. Alright. And I know this looks really stupid. It really does. But what we're looking for here is a proof of concept. Once I can figure out if this will work, then I can go through and make it look pretty and tighten it up and optimize it. What we're trying to do here, it's a little bit low on the thrust to weight ratio, but that's okay. What we're trying to do here is get 3,000 meters or 3,000 kilometers downrange. So there's a contract that we have that's coming up. We only have 3 more years to finish it. And we need to get this monstrosity to go 3,000 meters downrange and reach an altitude of 140 kilometers. And that's... Oh, man, I didn't do any staging. Ugh. That's what we've been struggling and working on the last 3 streams, is trying to figure out how to accomplish this. Now, normal KSP players are like, yeah, just add more boosters or more fuel. The thing is RP1 is a lot different than your regular KSP. If you look, let me show you an example. This is our primary lifter engine. It has a few contingencies that normal KSP doesn't have. First of all, you have to have ground support clamps in order to ignite this engine. It's a single ignition engine. Once you light it, it will not relight again. Now, the next thing we have is right here. This engine is only rated to run for so long. This is the 110A series. So, if you look, the rated burn time for this engine is only 65 seconds. So this engine, it can theoretically burn longer, but it's the longer you burn it, the more likely it is to fail. So it's, again, gotta go, all right, somebody, I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by. Do not forget to hit the thumbs up button. Maybe consider subscribing if you want to keep up on all these failures. I used to watch Matt Lown in the day, which is how I got interested in KSP. Yeah, I got interested in KSP when I started trying. I got bored at work and was playing a space flight simulator, and I went to look up videos on how to navigate, and I found a Matt Lown video on KSP, and the rest is history. Can I collect science on this rocket? No. This rocket is solely for the purpose of the mission. We need to check the staging. This staging is gonna be a nightmare. Alright, so that's this. This can come down here now. Where's this one? Alright, so this stages. This stages, and then we need this booster and this booster. Then those two fire. And then hold on a second. I gotta run and I'll be right back. 1 second, guys. Let's see what I've missed. Okay. So, anyway, alright. Primary engine fire, decouple, then side boosters, and then engines. Once these engines fire, we need this decoupler and this decoupler immediately after that. And then these engines fire. And then these engines fire. Wait a minute, something's not right here. Okay, yeah. And then this decoupler, and then this decoupler. Wait, no. I need these down here. Then decouple. No. So, these engines... Wait, yes, those fire. And then once those are done, this and this should go down here. Then those two fire, then those two fire, then those decouplers, then those decouplers, then this one, and this one. Now, can I just... We could switch to HTP. Switch to helium? What if I switch to helium? That might be worth it. I don't know. Alright. Let's save and simulate. At some point... Yeah, I should build Sevastopol. That would not be a bad idea. And then I can see if there's a mod that would allow us to add Xenos in. Let the Kerbals get face hugged. Whoa. I can't look right now, Bubba. Now, one of the problems we could be having with steering in the early stages is these fins and these fins I should move these fins around to match up with these ones. That could be why we're having some instability issues here, why it's rocking back and forth. Now, we need to keep... Oh, you know what? Another thing. Hold on. I already saw another problem. I know you guys probably get frustrated with this, but these engines aren't going to fire. I forgot. We need to... That's the U2000. That's the U2000. 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 Now, remove all tanks and fill for the U2000. Kerosene, okay, nitrogen. All right. Now we're good. We had to make sure that those, because I took them off symmetry, if you don't remember. So I just had to make sure that they were filled for the proper thing. Alright. If this works, I don't think it's going to, because we still don't have enough delta V, which is insane to me. It's really insane that we don't have enough delta V for this. See, it still says U1250. I don't like that. We know it's the U2000. And we have an engine failure. I don't think my idea is going to work, guys.
I do.
Nah, I don't think it's going to work, Boogaba.
Why don't you think that?
because we added too much weight.
Too much is bad.
We can probably just take those fins off completely. I really don't want to have to build fairings around every single engine. I really don't. But honestly, I'm getting really frustrated with RP1. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong. Maybe I need to start over. I don't know. The problem is I don't like games where there's only one way to do something. I really don't. To me, that's completely pointless to play a game where there's only one way that you win, because then you're just playing the same way everybody else plays. One of the things I've always loved about KSP is that there's so many different ways to do everything. But the longer I play RP1, the more and more I find myself, well, this is what Mike Aben did, so this is what I have to do. And I don't like it. I don't want to play the same way Mike Aben played. But we're stuck. We don't have the Delta V to do the contract. But we can't put the contract off anymore because you only get so long to do the contracts. Let's do our coasting and see what happens. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. What, Jackson? What, Bubba? I love you too. Alright, gotta rethink it. Alright, let's try putting all of them on the same stage, I guess. Wait, this is, I'm making a mess of this. So all the engines are firing at once. All these engines are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1. Okay, so this, and these, and that, then that, and that. Alright. Maybe this will be the ticket, because the thrust to weight ratio was not high enough. 3 hours long. Hi, WSP Apollo. Well, hello, how do you say that? Atacagaman? I'm gonna screw that up because I read like a freaking goldfish. I'm sorry. Thank you for dropping in. If you guys are dropping in for the very first time, we are struggling our way through playing KSP RP1 mod pack. And I am on the verge of giving up. It is defeating me. It is kicking my behind. It is definitely proving to be the challenge it promised. I can't, dude, what? I know, Boba. We are burning through that nitrogen. Lost control. You know what we can try? I can try one more thing. One more thing before I have to try and rethink this entire thing. Ascent settings. Boo, 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 boo. How do you set unguided stages? I don't think that I can. I don't know how Mike Aben does this. That's the other problem, is looking at other people, how they play this. their settings are different than mine. Everything on theirs looks different. Stop auto staging, stage, dynamic pressure, support high. So stop auto stage at 3. 3. And then let's bring this down to here. Boop, 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 boo. Yeah, because Mike Aben has a thing somewhere, and I don't know where to find it, unless it's here. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I don't know. But he has a setting in here somewhere where he can set coasting stages. And I don't know how to do that. But we're going to try this. We'll see what McJeb makes of all this. Engage autopilot. Get rid of this. Contract complete. Oh, that's from our last launch. Let's try it. Maybe McJeb can do a better job of this. I don't think so, because he has a... McJeb has a problem when it comes to controlling the dynamic pressure. If I could figure out how to set McJeb up to leave the staging to me, but handle the ascent, I think it would work fine. Oh, I need to go back to stock KSP. I need to feel better about myself. I need a boost in I need a confidence boost. Yep, and half of the engines didn't fire. Alright, let's try one more thing. One more thing, and then I guess we'll have to try to redesign this from the ground up. Ascent settings, stop staging at 7. Ascent path. I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make. Because if this doesn't work, we're back to the drawing board. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, we haven't made any forward progress in so long that I'm about to just... I really am on the verge of just deleting RP1. I don't understand. I don't understand why mine is so different than other creators that I've watched play this. I don't want to follow them step by step. I refuse. I don't like playing somebody else's game. The best thing about Kerbal Space Program is that there's 100 ways to accomplish the same mission. And I hate the fact that RP1, there's like, oh, you have to use this engine. If you don't use this engine, you can't do it. And that cannot be the way that this works. I refuse to believe that. I don't think that they would make it that way. Yeah, this is completely pointless. Alright. I don't even know how long we've been live for, and I'm already over it. Genuinely starting to get to the point where I don't want to do this anymore. And I don't have time to invest in a new engine. This is where we put all of our frickin' money at. Let's... I guess let's try something. Alright. That's aluminum. I don't think this is pressure fed. Fill. I don't care. You won? Good job, Boogaba. And it flames out after 46 seconds. Oh my goodness, let's see, what do we have? 7 viewers. If you're dropping in for the very first time, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in at a bad time, though. I'm not the type to shy away from an intellectual challenge, but I'm starting to think that I don't have the chops for RP1. Or maybe it's a matter of trying to start over and manage my tech tree better. That's a possibility, too. See, it's not even reaching its rated burn time. Last one. I really don't know how to fix this. I think we just lost RP1. I think we lost. I did something wrong. I'm doing wrong things, and I don't know how to fix it. You have a like and subscribe. Aw. Thank you, Taz. I thought you were already subscribed, though. I'm 90% sure that you're already subscribed. Finally, we get to our rated burn time. Fudge me. So we can do 60, a minute and a half of burn time, maybe close to 2 minutes of burn time. Alright, so let's revert to the editor. Hello, T-Pennel. T-Pennel? T-Pennel. You leave a like and subscribe. I already liked and subscribed. Welcome in, guys. If you are dropping in for the very first time, we are struggling our way through RP1. It is the KSP mod pack. Alright, so let's say 100 kilojoules of electricity. Wait, hold on. Before we mess with all that, what is this? This is 2 meters in diameter. 2 meters in diameter. Anyway, we're struggling. I'm struggling my way through the RP1 mod pack. I'm not doing well. So I apologize if you clicked on the stream thinking you were going to get the best. Where... Oh, wait, that's this. So, is this aluminum? I don't think I can change what kind this is. So I do apologize if you clicked on this thinking you were going to get some kind of awesome tutorial. That is not the case here. I am on the struggle bus. I cannot seem to figure this out. Hey, thanks for the sub, the like. Thank you guys so much. No, because we don't have the stuff unlocked to build the plane. So if you look, none of these cockpits are rated for over 40 kilometers, and we have to make it up to 140 kilometers. So hold on, I can I'll just save this under something random. I'm gonna go show you, Luke. So if you go to the research and development tier, we don't even have the X1 cockpit, which is right here. But you don't get anything. I don't remember which one. I don't remember where. There's the X2. Yeah, even the X2 cockpit is only rated to 75 kilometers. And we have to make it all the way up to 140. That one doesn't even say what it's rated for. And that one doesn't come with any cockpits. Rated for low Earth orbit. So we don't get orbital cockpits. Oh, here's the X-15. Rated for suborbital. So yeah, we don't get anything over 75 kilometers. We'd have to go through 1, 2, 3 tiers in order to get that. So hello digital, welcome in. It is kind of misleading. Yeah, but the thing is if you don't, Luke, if you don't have engineers, then it takes over a year to build some of the stuff that you're trying to build. The problem is, I put my research into rocketry. If I wanted to do space planes, I would have to be up here right now instead of down here, because right here gets us better engine. Where is it? The XLR 25, the RD 110 engine, A6 configuration. I think this is one of the engine that we're using. But you're not wrong. We're behind because we should have had this unlocked in 1957. And that gives us quite a bit of new stuff to use. But we have to have this unlocked before we do that. Yeah, we'll play Subnautica. I'll put that... I don't know what's happening next weekend, but we could play some Subnautica next weekend. I would play it tomorrow. However, I have to do a lot of work on my truck tomorrow. And I don't know how long it's going to take. The problem with ignoring the contract is that we only have... we only have a little over 2 years to finish this contract. We have to do these 2 contracts in 2 years or less. Now this one, I'm convinced we could finish before that's over. Because let's go take a look at that contract. So, suborbital rockets, this one is required. This one is... I don't know what a capstone is. So I think these 2 are required and these 2 are optional. We could do these 2 contracts. I think we could do these contracts pretty easily. Launch a rocket with an early film camera above 150 kilometers and cover a down range of 400 kilometers. That might be a problem. So yeah, we have the ability to do these. Hello, cool guy. I just checked. I did not realize you've played it before. Yeah, I played it before for you. But I do have I can shut that off. Steam. I do have Subnautica downloaded for you. It is planned. I've been thinking about you, Digital. I did download it. It is ready to go. I've just been really stuck on Windrose and Kerbal Space Program. I want to see if we can do this, I guess. The problem is this contract has to be done. We don't have the time. That's the problem, is it boils down to time. I don't know what happens if you fail it. What happens if you don't succeed? Does it say? Do you just lose the game? Hold on. Yeah, you're not wrong, cool guy. How far have I gotten? I don't care on what device. As far as Subnautica? The Subnautica on the PC that I just showed you would be a fresh playthrough for you. But hold on a second, because we're gonna ask the great... What happens in KSP RP1 if you fail to meet the requirements for a program? results in reduced funding and locks you out of. So, according to Google, in RP1, failing to meet a program requirements by the deadline results in severely reduced funding and locks you out of starting any new programs. While you may face financial strain, you can usually complete the pending contract to clear the program slot. Alright, so I guess... I mean... It's not the end of the world, I guess. Alright. Let's see if we can't set up a, what was it? A low space film return? I already forgot. I'm so slow. I have the memory of a goldfish. You lost again? Well, you gotta try again. A warrant is put out for my arrest. What's the matter? Oh. Alright, so let's double check the requirements because... Launch a rocket with an early film camera above 150 kilometers and cover a downrange distance of 400 kilometers and return the film camera. Alright. 150 kilometers and downrange of 400 kilometers. 150 kilometers in a downrange. Is it this one? That's biological samples. What engine is this running off of? The XLR-10. It's 1 minute and 24 seconds, so that's about as good as that's going to get. Now, we have 1.31. So what if I take... Oh! Oh, look at... Hold on. Okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay. That's more what I thought it was going to be. That's exactly what I don't know why. I am mourning the loss of my saves, though already created 50 new flights by launching satellites and reestablished 2 Duna bases. I'm also going to download CCAN because downloading everything manually is really time consuming. Yeah, what I would recommend is download CCAN and then turn around and just in the search bar type in RP1 Express download, I think it was. Express install. And that will download everything you need. So, does this have parachutes on board? Yeah, you guys can play tablet. What? Where's your phone at? Bro, you gotta stop forgetting everything in life. So, this doesn't have parachutes. For why? For why does this not have parachutes? Well, let's fix that problem. Alright, so we're at 1.48. Can I... Oh, okay, I need to fix that too. And I cannot change this. So put in, I don't know, let's say 250 kilojoules. Preserve dimensions. Can I configure experiments? Thermometer, barometer. I think we've already got all that science, but... And I know this looks stupid, guys, but we know this works. I know this works. Now, the next question is what engine... Okay, so this is the Veronique. Do I have an upgrade? I do not. Okay. Let's make sure I don't have an upgrade for this. There is no upgrade for that. Oops. That's the XLR10. Let's just, for sake of argument, throw this on. Remove tanks. Fill for that. Well, that gives us a lot of thrust to weight to work with. That's an aluminum fuselage, so that's what that needs to be. What, sir? Oh. Alright, so... the outer diameter needs to come up. The inner diameter needs to come up. The length needs to come up. So the inner diameter is... or the outer diameter is 2. And then we can move it up like this. Whoops. Alright, so... length down a little bit. Inner diameter down a tiny bit, length down a tiny bit, outer diameter down a tiny bit. There we go. That looks a little bit better. All right. I do believe this'll work just fine, he said with high hopes in his voice. Call this the Ashton 3.5. We'll save it and simulate it. Let me catch up with chat. Google says, and reestablished just because downloading... Yeah, okay. I'm already caught up. But yeah, definitely recommend doing the express install instead of doing them manually. Wait a minute. Why do I not have avionics? Why, oh why do I not... Oh. Riley, if you guys both want to play, you both have to share. Okay? Alright, so let's do 20 tons for the avionics. 200 for that. Apply and preserve dimensions. That should give us our avionics control back. I've also learned that downloading things manually I learned that one the hard way myself. We do need the flight recorder because I think it was, what, 400 meters downrange? Okay. I think I may have started turning way too soon. That's my bad. That's on me. By the way, if anybody's in the stream is brand new, do not forget to hit the like, drop a comment, maybe subscribe. I promise you I'm not really this bad at the stock game. I'm actually pretty good at regular KSP. Oh. I did forget to configure my parachutes. Hold on. That's not gonna work if we don't pack the parachutes. Parachute editor. Where? Oh, where? I want triple shoot. Let's go down to deploy. Deploy on ground contact. Automatic. Where? Where is my altitude? Deployment altitude. Texture, main shoot. Main. Where is my deployment altitude?
What happened?
Apply settings.
What happened to mine? I don't know what it is.
Maybe I don't have them yet. I don't know.
What happened?
I do not know. That's a funny looking toy. Yeah, Shedsy, dude. I know you're just dropping in, but I am getting extremely frustrated with... Dang it, I forgot to change my staging. I'm getting eternally frustrated. Where's this at? Oh, this isn't... okay, see... I'm getting super frustrated with this endeavor. We're about to fail a contract because I can't figure out how to do it. Alright, so then that. Then that. Then that. Then that. And that, and that, and that. Alright, I think that's right. Yeah, I can't figure out how to get more Delta V into these rockets. I'm almost to the point where I'm like, I just don't know what to do. I'm almost to the point where I'm like, maybe it's time to uninstall RP1 and just play KSP for a while. I need to feel better about myself. This is making me feel like a functional idiot. Actually, I can't even say functional idiot, because it's not functioning. And she's a little top heavy, so let's go fix that problem now. Problem after 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 problem. After problem. After problem. After problem.
Look, I'm sliding down the stairs. Whee! I hit you. I'm gonna hit you again. Who did that?
I think that should work. But I've been streaming this long already, and we've accomplished nothing. Why?
I believe it was a Koopa shell. It was green. How do you do that? What? Place it down. I hit my own self. You don't need to know, Wally. I hit my own self. I'm waiting.
Yeah, I know, Luke. I'm getting frustrated with it, and it's causing me to make rookie mistakes. We're not gonna fight, or I'll pick.
Banana peel.
Okay, now can I get you to twist a little down, nose down? Just a little nose down?
I can score. Look, watch this, watch this. Score.
Does anyone remember what the contract stipulated? Was it 100 kilometers?
No, you're doing this.
I think it was 100 kilometers and 400 kilometers downrange.
Make it tie somewhere like this. Like this, Riley. Make it tie somewhere like that. Yes. Click the down button while clicking the go button. Click the back. Click this one and this one at the same time.
With all due respect, contract just build some rockets. Hello. Much Nicolas Cage. Too much. There's no such thing as too much Nicolas Cage.
And if you want them to annoy for a long time, just hold them together like that.
So now the only question is can we get to 400 kilometers downrange, which it does not look like we're going to be able to do.
You promised you won't do it on me. Yeah, not place it down. You
Man, you know those pictures got to be blurry. I'm spinning so fast. They're not getting good pictures out of this.
like a banana. You're spinning so fast.
Yeah, I think that's what it was too, Luke. It's so close.
This is the end for me. This is the end for me.
400.
I died.
There goes the fins.
I got this. Daisy.
I swear this looks like something really dirty.
I'm totally not near Daisy. I hit Daisy. I'm totally not near Daisy.
We're 420 kilometers downrange.
I'm totally not trying to find you. You totally are. Because I got a Koopa shell. Koopa shell? I could hide. Oh, but I found a lagging Koopa shell.
150 kilometers and 300 or 400 downrange.
Try to jump.
I wonder if there's a science mode playthrough for RP1.
Jump like this. How? Yes.
And there's our chutes.
I'm driving and jumping. Boing, 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 boing. Good boy.
All right.
Oh, you're over there.
Let us I want a tiny bit
I hit you. No, I'm camping. I have a stall.
more out of this. Just a small amount. So that's that.
I hit you.
That's that.
I
Okay.
hit you again. What? I hit baby Daisy. Who wins?
So I'm thinking
I won.
maybe
Okay, now can we do the battle?
we.
No, the one I wanted.
What do you think, guys? Should we do diameter or length up a little tiny bit?
We're watching this. Battle first one. Push B. I hate you. Push B, Wally. Why? Just do it. No. I want to see this. Please. It won't do anything.
Bottom.
I hit you again. Be the slow mo. Be the slow motion. I'm pressing A. What?
I don't think we're gonna get 3 minutes out of the Veronique. So what we can do Just set it for that. Let's double check our aerodynamics now. That's good. That's not good. Okay.
I keep pressing B. No, press X. No, force click those. And now click X. Ew. Yes, that's the one. Bro. Yeah. We can't do teams though. Okay, fine. No teams. Deal. No. Okay, fine. Yeah.
What about this? Maybe. Oh. Come on.
It's my turn. Okay. Well, we do this. And then we do 3 of these. These rounds. Three of these rounds. Then we do 3 of these rounds. This is actually fun.
Okay.
What copy the lawn?
So we need to drop this down quite a bit. What? Oh wait, hold on. What if I just... No, that's not working.
4 minutes. You have to try to get everyone, and I have to try to unlock when your thing starts to blink, that means you could get people. But where to go? I gotta find the
There we go. That's as good as that's getting.
Oh, I didn't. No. When it starts to do that, you can.
So now, let's see if we can put this back on.
Oh, now I'm.
Ugh, of course. It's never happy.
No.
Back to here.
See, like that, then I'm out. Yeah, but I'm still there.
Back to here.
You're up there?
There.
Well, ready to go. Whoa, wow. Thank you. How did you see me? I didn't. I just seen your name tag. Wink. Daisy, help me. Daisy, help me. Way to go. Daisy, help me. I'm killing you. Daisy.
There we go. Perfect.
I'm going to spam kill.
Alright. The Ashton 3.5. Hopefully this will be the last simulation. Oh, we got chat. Sorry guys. Sorry.
There's one.
Um
Why do you only have to get one more? Yeah, get one more.
hello Ashton.
Wait, 5 to go.
You finally got the dude, I'm afraid. Hold on. What we can do real quick is revert to editor. Dude, Ashton, I'm so afraid to mess with any of the mods because everything's working right now. If I feel like if I start toying with it, it'll stop working.
Stop doing that. I'm not. They're just going to go for it. Dude, everyone's letting everybody go. They're my teammates. They have
150 kilometers up and 400 down range. Okay.
No, it's not.
150 up,
That's the rule.
400 down range. 150 km up, 400 km down.
Oh, wait, we have to say a link. I think I know where he is.
There we go. Now I should remember it. Let's see if this girl can do that.
Link, thanks.
I would like to complete one contract today before we have to be done. Alright.
Nobody's getting key now.
And avionics.
Yes, dang. I'm killing you, Koopa Troopa.
Yeah, and the sad part is I cannot recreate that.
Koopa Troopa.
Alright, so what's the problem? We have 22 tons, so what are we rated for? Oh, pff.
Koopa Troopa. What I saw you. No. I caught bacon. Wait, you're down there? Toad. Pass Toad. Now, Lenny. Lenny? Lemmy? Lemmy?
The 3,000 kilometer downrange is a required contract. I have to complete that contract in order to complete the program.
One more. One.
That's why I took that one, Luke. It's not that I took it, it's part of the program.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh, wait. Koopa Troopa. I know that. That's the ugly Koopa Troopa. Oopa, the ugly Oopa Poopa Troopa. Ugly Oopa Troopa Troopa. You can't look at my screen and I can't look at yours. Okay? Caught you guys. Wait, me? Got the key and I was guarding the key. Is it? After this one is the last one. Okay. I picked.
No, space planes wouldn't change this contract at all.
Already did it. No, that was not this one.
The space planes program is a completely separate program.
It still counts. So, anything but these two. But we already did all of them.
Yep.
That we have power.
And because we have two big fins, of course we don't have... Not sure how we're rotating backwards, but I'm not going to argue with it.
Oh yeah, oh crap. How do you know? Wait, dodge the law. You're the law. You're the police. You're trapped and you're the police. Wait, what if I knock you down? Oh crap, I'm going right near you. Bye. Koopa Troopa. Koopa Troopa. Did you kill me? No, I'm not doing that. My blood, my pound. I'm trying to grind the middle. Look. Let me grind the metal.
Yep.
That what happened with me last time.
I just deorbited the entire ISS.
Hi, Boo-hoo.
I would love to see that. Alright.
What if I knock you down to the ground? Jack, I'm following you. Got any grapes? Oh, I'm gonna unlock this guy's Unlock. I unlocked. Oh, I unlocked the shell.
You guys, chill. You're just getting a little on the loud side.
I want to kill them.
Riley, what did I just say? Just now. You guys don't have to whisper, but you guys keep yelling. You cannot be yelling.
Thank you, hard.
Aluminum fuselage, fill for that. What did we do the diameter at? 2. 2. That's fine. One minute, 12 seconds. A minute 30. Oh yeah, we need parachute. What's... There's donuts out there. Would you like some donuts for snacks? Alright, guys. We might take that mass spectrometer back off, just so everyone's aware. Oops. Okay. Just one at a time, dude. Jeez. You guys crazy. Good lord. Ugh, there's no winning with this crap. Oh, what's chat saying? I think you might need a bit more aggressive gravity turn, get farther than 45 degrees. If I try Shedsy, it explodes. No, it's fine. Oh, no. I'm about over this right now. What's the electricity at? 300. wow. Let's put this one at 150. No, cancel. Question. I don't know what to name these anymore. 3.1.5, I guess. Yeah, Luke, I know. I'm getting frustrated overall. Nothing that is supposed to be working is working. Like, this is getting to the point where I just don't want to play this anymore. But if I stop playing it, the game wins. And I just can't have that. I don't want the game to win, and I cannot admit defeat on this. But yeah, Shedzy, every time I try to do a gravity turn, the entire thing just effing explodes. What the shit now? Did I forget to turn on or I think I forgot to turn on. Alright, hold on. Let's make sure the science experiments are running. That's running. That's running. Okay. Insufficient avionics? How? I just reconfigured the effing avionics. Yeah, I'm about done, guys. I'm like a millimeter away from just fucking 21. 25. Apply. I miss KSP. I miss KSP when I was good at it. I understand why people don't play RP1. I really get it. Whoops, a little too soon, but it should be fine. This is way more challenging than regular KSP. By far. But every problem I try and solve creates a whole new problem. Like, for example, I can't do my gravity turn too early, because then friction blows up my rocket. No problem. Well, if I do my gravity turn too late, then I don't have control of the upper stage outside the atmosphere. So I add RCS. Well, RCS doesn't do a bloody thing. Okay. I don't think this is going to be over far enough to get the downrange. But we're going to find out. And a lot of these problems, I'm pretty sure some of these problems could be solved if I understood McJeb. But apparently, I'm using a different version of McJeb than every other creator that does McJeb. Because mine does not look like Mike Abbin. It's just time warp. We have plenty of electric charge. Well, that's the downrange. That's the altitude. Let's see if she survives entry. Because we are going pretty fast. I am really happy with how this enters. Yeah, the fins are designed to be sacrificed. We know that they're going to be sacrificed. Alright, I think we have the data we need. Let's build a rocket. Alright, so, this one. Tool all. Alright. Now, let's go find out if we can... launch complex 3... Modify. Alright. Alright, so let's save this. Let's leave. Let's go see how long the construction's gonna take. The entry speed was around 2,500 meters per second, give or take-ish. Kerbal? Nope, that's not the right one. This one. Construction. 3 days. Oh, we'll just warp that 3 days. Yes, sir. Alright, hold on, guys. I'm gonna go look. I'll be right back. Actually, before I do that. Hold on, Bubba. I'm on my way. Give me a second. Is it delicious, though? So, plan, or add to plans. Oh. Alright, so that should be good. Integration. Launch Complex 3. That's the Ashton 5, so if I push the plans... Alright. So I think we are good. Hold on. I'll be right back. Alright. Let's see. Where we are with this. So it is currently January, February, March. 4 April. It's 1957, so April. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Or wait. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So 4 months. Are you okay for a little while, or do you need more snacks?
I might be okay for a little while.
All right, cool. All right. Why is it yellow? Oh. All right. Let's launch a rocket. This is the Ashton 5. Oh shit. You know what I forgot to fucking do? Hold on. I forgot to do something, guys. I forgot to accept the contract. Alright, Captain America. Alright. And this one still has the flawed staging, but that's okay. Let's double check the experiments are on standby. And this one only has telemetry. Okay. So did accepting that contract work? Yes, it did. So I don't know if this version is going to be able to meet the contract, but we will get science for it. We're getting through the cloud layer. Start tipping over a little. Come on. Tip, 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 tip. Tip a little bit more, please. Before the engine runs dry. Thank you. Oh, we have quite a bit of wobble. But it might be okay. Experiments are running. This experiment should turn on right there. I was going to say at 140. It might work. I honestly think this is very possibly able to meet this contract. We have plenty of electricity. I think that electricity warning is for the lower stage. That's the contract. All we have to do is return safely. So let's see how that goes. We'll shut this off. We'll shut that off. We'll shut that off. You know what? Why not just enjoy the show? See, I feel better about myself now. That 3,000 kilometer downrange one is just driving me insane because I spent all week designing this idea in my head and didn't work. Didn't even come close to working. I just want 11.
I got your belly button.
I'm gonna get your belly button.
No, you aren't.
Yeah, everybody in chat says I'm gonna get your belly button when you least expect it.
Did they, didn't it?
Yeah,
Wait, let me see.
they're saying it in my ear.
Hey, Dad. Did you get a donut yet?
I had one, yes. How many is left?
2.
All right, so if you guys need snacks before lunch, you can have another donut. Or if you want some other snackies, in my lunchbox here is some peanut butter jelly pretzels if you want to try those later. Well, grab the peanut butter jelly pretzels. Put your plate down under my hoodie. You have to unzip the top. The other, that one. Yep. Now look inside. Take the trash to the trash for me. No, it's the big can. Yep, the big can of pretzels. It is Reese's. That's why it says Reese's on it. One day in my life, I will have to try an American peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just make sure, Luke, that you use jam. Because I think the English called Jello, what we have as Jello, you guys call jelly. I don't know if you have a different word for jam or preserves. But I've seen a lot of TikToks where people are like, oh, this is so disgusting. It's the Americans really eat this. It's so disgusting. And it's like you put Jello on a sandwich. You don't put Jello on a sandwich.
Hey, Dad.
Yes, sir. Eat as much as you guys want.
I'm only eating one. Daddy, this is actually pretty good. Yeah.
I thought they were pretty good. I think we overkilled the parachutes, but I don't know how to make it to where we only have the 3. No, thank you. For you guys now. Okay, I was just making sure because, like I said, it drives me nuts. There's a lot of American food that people are like, oh, it's disgusting. And I'm like, I agree. It's disgusting. But like one of my favorite TikTok channels introduces British school kids to American foods. I love watching them kids try American foods. It is the greatest thing ever. I love watching foreign people try actual American food like slow cooked brisket, peanut butter jelly. Oh man, the looks on their faces is priceless. Barbecue, American barbecue. I think if I could introduce a foreign person to one food they've never had before, American barbecue would be it. Biscuits and gravy is another one because we have different words for biscuit or different items for the word biscuit. Because I think in I think the British call biscuits what we call cookies. No, Shedsy. That contract is going to be the death of us. But this contract got completed. And we do have the Ashton 3.1.5 coming up here soon. Alright, so let's go check our contracts out. So that one is done. Launch a rocket with an early film camera above 2 with a downrange distance of 600K and to return the film. I think we can do this one too. Let's grab that. So this is the contract that is just stumping me. It is just stumping me. This one has got me stumped. But construction. Let's look at our research. I think that's going fine. Construction integration. Let's just recondition Launchpad 1. Now this one is going to be in just 2 more months. We might as well warp to completion. And then actually before we roll that out, I want to go check the next contract on this tier. Reach 100 kilometers with about 35 units of sounding payload and recover that sample. We should be able to do that one too. We should be able to do this one too. We just have to add a sounding payload. And I'm still not 100% sure what a sounding payload is. Like, what is a sounding payload? Money is money. Yeah. Alright. So, let's go ahead and launch. And we're going to hope that we have all of our I's crossed and our T's dotted. But doing these contracts is making me feel good about myself. I don't feel as chilly. Alright, I want to see... Where's my Delta V's? Get my Delta V's out. Let's make sure all the experiments are active. Now this rocket has a ton of experiments on it. We got a mass spectrometer, temperature, pressure, telemetry. We have biological samples. We have camera. This is going to, should theoretically, net us a ton of science. SAS is engaged. This is not a dress rehearsal, people. This is a real launch. Alright, throttle up. SAS, we have apoapsis, periapsis, we have the contracts. We need to keep track of... Can I move this? Hold on. Let's see. No, I can't move it. Because I'd really like to keep track of the electrical charge, too. You know what? What we can do is keep track of the electrical charge this way. And then keep track of the contract this way, that way, that way. Good. Let's launch. Woohoo! A payload that sounds. Cool guy. I love your logic. What, sir? For what? Oh, sharing my work snacks? It's okay. It's because I love you.
A sounding payload is a dummy. It's a device to simulate a device in early... Oh! That makes sense. Sadly, due to peanut allergies being common, I can't enjoy a PB&J. A chimp inside of a...
Wow.
Alright, let's tip over. Too far. Shit! No! Nobody saw that. I didn't realize how far down in the atmosphere I was.
Oh. Which one is this? It's
Alright.
yeah, like which one? The same thing.
Nobody saw that.
Like, oh, this one?
I was looking at my projected apoapsis and I completely neglected to look at my actual altitude. If anybody's wondering what just happened, I was looking at the wrong number. You know what we do need out, though, is the flight recorder. Actually put that down here.
I'm trying to find out. Why? I'm not gonna go to that. Baby loads. Baby loads. Okay,
Now we're just going to coast for a little bit because we have plenty of delta V to bleed off. Or I mean, plenty of surface velocity to bleed. And I'd like to try to use the last little bit of this atmosphere to tip over just a tiny bit. Like right about here. And that should get us everything we need.
Whoa, that's a fail. I would decide to.
Alright. I saw the parachutes deploy to save the equipment. Are you still launching probes 2 hours later? Of course, digital. But the problem is the small darts don't do anything in the lower atmosphere. If you just launch the regular dart, I think it makes it up maybe 20, 30 kilometers. Alright, so we have a projected apoapsis of 274, and we need downrange of 600, which I'm not sure we're going to make that. But we're going to gather a boatload of science. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anywhere near the downrange portion of this, which is okay. Because I think if we were able to tip over just a tiny bit more, because we're not super far off, we're only 100 kilometers away from it.
Pink gold peak.
108, 107, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, 100 kilometers, 99, 98. I think if we tip over just a tiny bit more.
Jack, look beside you. I'm camping. Wally, can you grab this for me? Yes.
Though I wish I could get rid of the white line. I love how the starting capsule looks so much like the Gemini capsule because I've basically gotten all the science. I cannot get science at all in career. Could you try 4 darts? 100 foot is 100 foot. Well, the problem is, Luke, is that adding more stuff adds more weight. So the thing we just learned at the beginning of the stream is that adding the darts doesn't accomplish anything. They don't produce enough thrust to outweigh the amount of weight that they add. That's why I stopped abandoning that, or that's why I abandoned that idea. What I'd really like is some better SRBs, because if we could throw on some SRBs to this girl, oh, Lord, I think we'd be great. And as far as this contract goes, I think with a more efficient flight profile, we would more than smash it. Come on, time warp faster.
You're the law trying to catch. We're the robbers. You're the police.
But that's this I don't mind. We've had 2 successful launches. Now keep in mind too, not only are we netting a bunch of science off of this, but we're also getting engine data, which means that the engines will run better and better every time we use them. So yeah, we have 17 science to get through now. All right. So, let's recondition the launch pad. I'm wondering if we can shed just a little bit of weight. Shedding a little bit of weight would do wonders. Let's go in here. We're coming up on the end of the stream here very soon. I think I got like a half hour, 40 minutes left. All right. Wait a minute. I forgot. Does this need the film camera? Is this a film camera contract? I already forgot. I think it is. Low space film return. Yeah. All right. So the film camera has to stay. So where, oh where? You know where we could shed quite a bit of weight? Well, not quite a bit, but let's say 220. Apply and preserve dimensions. But truthfully, I don't think we need to make any real changes to this. Let's run a simulation. Could you try 4 darts?
Catch as many people as you can.
The 2 TW? Yeah, that's the problem, is that the darts add more weight than they carry. But I think with a more efficient launch profile, we got this. I'm hoping to get 30 degrees. 30 to 45 degrees. Maybe even closer to 60 degrees. Because what was it for 200K? We knocked out 200K pretty easy. So if we could transfer that I think we hit what 275 that last one. So if we can translate that 75K into downrange, this will be easy. Okay. Now that gets us up to 100. Oh, come on. This My keyboard is so sensitive.
There's 2 people you have to catch. Which one should I catch? Neither. None.
Come on. I need to get closer without tipping all the way over.
King Poo, I will call you Poo Poo if you don't open my
Come on. A little bit more.
and get me out of jail.
Come on, baby. Just a tiny bit more.
Oh, wow. I didn't catch any.
Right about,
Oh, buddy. And you gotta do what I said.
I'd say now.
Oh no! It's the hardest place for me to catch you. Fine. Literally, I can't. That is big. Don't
Maybe we sacrificed a little too much. Maybe not. Yeah. I don't think we're going to hit 200. That was 200, right? Yeah. I don't think we're going to hit 200. No, just a little shy. All right. So restart sim.
Whoa!
Yeah, we could try and shave the nose cone down a little bit. Let's try one more time. I'm almost convinced that the launch profile is the key here. And then we could also go start spending some of that science. I've tried so hard to get an orbital rocket that I've stopped everything to get to orbit. You could also move the spin engines a touch forward to weight off the nose. Yeah, we could try. We could definitely try. Orbiting... Oh, cool guy, are you having trouble getting to orbit, bud? Because I can help you with that. Like, what are you trying to do that you're having trouble with? Because more than happy to give you pointers. We're here to help each other, cool guy. I'd also like to know where I'm getting all this wobble from. Is it aerodynamics? I'm wondering if it's like just the aerodynamics, because I know this thing is not like the perfect aerodynamic. Come on. Spin back where you're supposed to be. Spin back where you're supposed to be. Thank you. A little bit more. Thank you.
No, thank you.
I will catch up with chat in just a second. Now. What? Okay. Hold on. Because most of the rockets I've made never get to orbit, even if they have enough fuel. It's never enough. I'm pretty sure I don't have the nodes unlocked to orbit. You don't need nodes to orbit. So what you need to do. Are you playing stock KSP with just visual mods? What can we do to improve our odds here? You know, one thing we could try. What's the expected runtime on this thing anymore? 1 minute and 5 seconds. What about the Veronique? 49 seconds. So hold on. What if we do back down to here, but do that. Let's see if that makes a bit of a difference. Yes, I'm just playing stock. No visuals though. Okay, so what kind of delta V do you have on the main rocket that you're using or working on? Because if you have more than 3,500 meters per second, you should be able to get to orbit. So if I had to guess, I would say that your problem is most likely going to be your ascent profile, which means how you're launching. What is your thrust to weight ratio at the time of launch? No, take your time, man. No hurries. My guess, without knowing more information, is that you're probably running low on thrust to weight ratio. That would be my guess. I'm guessing stands for thrust to weight ratio, yes.
Wait, how? Daisy killed me. Why? Thank you, Daisy.
Exhaust fan skirt. I'm not 100% sure what that is, so it might help, honestly.
No, keep it slow. Dang it, break. No, keep it slow. No. That one. It chopped down his tire.
So we can get rid of these experiments.
that shed a little bit of weight.
Yeah, I unlocked it.
Alright, so yeah, this is nowhere near where we want it to be. Well, temperature scan still gets some science data. But the telemetry, we can't take out telemetry. Alright. Revert to editor. Because my first liquid stage did take a couple of seconds to start getting enough thrust to lift. Yeah, so if you're in your VAB, there should be a little orange button right here that shows your delta V. If you click on that button, it'll bring this over and it'll show you your TWR. Now, in this version of KSP, my TWR is right here. So this rocket, as it sits, has 1.81 thrust to weight ratio. You want this number to be 1.3 to 1.4. Right now, we're way over that, but for the purposes of what I'm doing, it's okay. For the most efficient launch, you want about 1.33. If it is below 1.3, you're going to start struggling. If it's above 1.4, you're going to start struggling.
Wait, we showed that. Did you see it?
Yeah, see, Shedsy sees what I'm talking about. Alright, let's configure some science here. Actually, you know what? Let's leave for a second, because there's something that was brought to my attention. No, you want overall thrust to weight. So, whatever that first number is down below, that's what matters the most. Alright, this button, this button, this button, Kerbalism 1.
This is the third time. Oh yeah. I just love this map. I don't. This is my 12th time.
I don't know what it would be under.
Stop. This is why I picked this map. I'm not gonna say who I am.
RP1.
I'm sending out radio signals to Siren.
Right here. Accept. Apply. Close. Resume. Alright.
Oh no. I hate you.
Yes, Mike Aben is a great one. Mike Aben and Matt Lown are the two that taught me everything I know about Kerbal, and the rest of it was from the School of Hard Knocks.
Oh, how?
Alright, let's
How?
configure experiments.
Okay, slow.
We don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. We'll leave the mass spectrometer on for now. We can leave that off now. I'm so convinced that this can do this. Mike used to do the almost dedicated to tutorials, and he's a teacher by trade. Yes. Absolutely. I couldn't agree. School how to with it. And Mike is also talking about doing an updated tutorial list. He was talking about that in his last video that I seen. Alright. I'm so convinced if we just shed a tiny bit of weight. I don't want to shed weight there. Because it is a stickman. can I shed the weight?
Oh wait, I'm red.
Maybe if I take out... Actually, you know what I could do? Let's drop this to 100. Apply and preserve. Oh wait, that's not right. This one. Let's do 200. Apply and preserve. What is our DV? There's gotta be a way to just get a tiny bit more DV. Whoops. Wrong button. That really made zero difference. There's gotta be a tiny bit more DV hiding in here somewhere.
The cage is back there. I know, though. And I'll pass everyone. Or reels.
Alright.
I have 2 bombs. I have 2 mobs. Oh, I should have eaten home. I have 2 mobs. Yeah, you do have 2 mobs, got me. One dumb one and one ugly. I'm just kidding. I need brothers.
Let's see. We got like 4 more meters per second. Move the spin thrusters forward. Hold on. Let me go back and see what that would do. Hold on. Let's revert to editor. Let's see where that's balanced at.
I did that, Jack. I did that.
Alright, so we'll take this off.
I did it right before.
Actually, Luke, we should probably move them backwards.
I was trying to get her.
Because they're already more forward of the center of mass. So if I was to do this, they would be more efficient because they're pushing the center of mass.
Dude, stop trying to kiss me.
Overall, how many stages should I need to get out? For your skill level, I would say 2 or 3. You should have your primary ascent stage that you lose about halfway through your flight. Quit getting loud, Jackson Sean. So you should have your primary lifter stage. That should last probably 2 or 3 minutes. Then you jettison that for your I don't know what you call it, because this is the ascent stage. And then you have your insertion stage, and then you have your circularization stage. So you should have basically a minimum of 2 to 3, in my opinion. In the shape of the tail fins is the triangle design and slightly smaller.
Loompa, Loompa, Loompa. It's my turn.
The problem is, Luke, is we don't want to change what's working.
I'm down. Just tell me the name. And it can't be right.
If we move them forward, it's going to move the center of mass forward. Or the dry center of mass forward. And then our balance will be weird. Let's see what this does, and then we'll keep tweaking it. Like you said a little bit ago, 1 change at a time.
And guess what? Henry Stickman.
1 change at a time. But we are coming up very quickly on our cutoff time. Actually, I don't need that out if this is out.
you guys can share, or you're not playing. Oh, the booster tails. I thought you were talking about these fins. That was my bad. I misunderstood. We've reached main engine cutoff. What a beautiful sunrise. Look at that. Come on. I hate... This is why I really wish the RCS would work. Mike has a playlist named KSP Absolute Beginner's Guide, and one video is how to get to orbit. I can't post links, but yeah, I'll show you here in a second. I'll show you here in just a second. Cool guy. We'll end the stream by taking a look at some footage. Alright, there's 200. Let's take a look at the flight recorder. Why I shut it off, I don't know. So, we have a good flight. We have plenty of electricity. Stop being dramatic. This might have it. It's going to be really close if it doesn't. Oh man, we are so close. We're not going to get it. If you guys can't stop yelling, we're going to have a problem. Yeah, we are so close to being there. Did anybody see what the highest altitude we reached was? Just a tiny bit over 200. This right here is what's... I wonder if that's when the fins explode. It pushes us off course just a tiny bit when they explode. But I think that puts us in a really good spot. Alright. I'm happy with that. If you think you would just get a tiny bit flatter. Yeah. I agree, Shedsy. 100%. That spin looks a bit more solid
The spinner move was a good idea. Yeah, that was a play straight out of Mike Aben's book. That's exactly what that was. That's where I learned that from. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna save it, and we're gonna have to pick this back up next weekend. But next weekend we're gonna do some Subnautica. Actually, before we leave, let's go put some science up on the board. We're gonna grab that. We're gonna grab that. What does this get us? Oh, we only have one science left, but... Ooh, basic film camera, early television. That gives us quite a bit more science. Science and avionics upgrades. That one would be worth having. What's this? Oh, solar panels. We need those. So what's this one? Life support. Life support. So I think the baby sergeant, yeah, this is what we need really bad right now. What do we get here? Ooh, a vacuum optimized engine. Ooh, that one has some thrust behind it. And the Viking too. Yeah, we are coming up to some good stuff. We definitely need that. And we need that, oh, heat shields. We are coming up onto some good stuff. So what we're going to do to end this is F5. We're going to quit to the main menu. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. We're doing that right now, Luke. You can play Mario Party, Smash Bros. Or we don't have Smash Bros. Mario Party, Mario Kart. I don't know if Mortal Kombat works yet. It's a different game. Alright. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do this so I can still watch the chat. I don't... Riley, what did I just say? I don't know if it works. Oh, let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, so... I don't think that's going to get to orbit. Let's see. Alright, next video. Let's see. Actually, that does get to orbit. All right.
And, hey Dad, there's only 2 donuts left.
I am aware of that. You guys have already told me that. All right. Why does this keep just... Oh, I keep reverting the flight. Maybe that's what the problem is. All right. So this is this is one of my very first builds.
Liquid fuel thrusters you can turn on and off. Your solid rocket boosters you cannot. But that's okay.
Now, in this build, this is before I knew how to balance my thrust to weight ratio. And you'll notice that we're going entirely too fast for how low we are in the atmosphere. That's what all this white is.
It's 12:34.
You guys have been eating all morning. You can wait a minute. You guys have had, what, 4 to 6 donuts apiece, plus pretzels.
And we're also at 12.
You can wait just a minute, Booba.
Climbing, so we're going to initiate our roll sequence. I have no idea where Riley is. We're going to stage out.
Yeah, you like those SRBs, don't you? And you can see this is what they call a noob ascent profile. You launch straight up in the air, and then you tip over. That's what I'm going to do right now. Is I'm trying to line up to tip over.
We're going the wrong
I don't even know if Cool Guy's still in the chat right now. Okay. Good job. Wait, let me see it. Yep, you're good.
We're slowing down really fast right now. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys this view.
Oh man, playing on controller back then.
Well, maybe not. View sucks right now.
But I didn't know any better. But see, I'm coasting up to my apoapsis.
We're coming up on that mark. So
I didn't even know what it was called back then. So this is technically my... Cool Guy, if you're still watching, this is technically my stage 2.
I think we're okay. We're gaining altitude again. We're speeding up again. We can even angle down a little bit to get that speed up. And stage that
Don't
out.
look bad with pigs, but I like it.
And then this is our stage 3.
Okay. Now, don't push X.
Yes!
So you can see once we get a little bit closer to the peak, we'll fire our engines again.
Man, I'm watching this and looking back like all my inefficiencies and all the noob things I did. It's embarrassing.
If you guys watch any of my videos, you'll know. Okay, so we're firing our engines right now. You guys can see. Our engines are off.
Yeah, I don't think Cool Guy's still watching.
And we'll fire the engines again here. Push that back a little ways.
Oh, there you are. I don't. Did you see how we got to this part? I can rewind it a little bit if you need me to rewind it, buddy. But this is how I reached orbit for the very first time. But yeah, if you want to watch this in my Kerbal Space program, this is the video, this is the playlist. I accidentally staged, but you can watch the entire launch from scratch. So this build has 3 SRBs, a liquid fuel ascent stage, or 3 SRBs for the ascent stage, the liquid fuel core, and then a liquid fuel circularization stage. Now, if you check your thrust to weight ratio, this build, what you can do is not even use the liquid fuel stage. You can do the entire ascent, because this thrust to weight ratio on this build is insane. It's like 3 point something. So you can actually shut off your liquid fuel center stage and just do the entire ascent on the SRB stage alone. And the reason I do that spin is because if you spin before you drop your SRBs, the centrifugal force will push the SRBs out and away from your center stage. Otherwise, you run the risk of them damaging your fins or your lower engine. I don't know why I turned RCS on. I don't have RCS on this thing. I can see that. But this was from like a year ago. Probably longer than a year by now. This was over 400 hours ago.
Sure, there's more efficient ways.
Oh, there is past me. I bet you didn't think future you would be watching you and judging you right now, did you?
All right. Let's try this once more.
Yeah.
So now what we're gonna do?
Yeah, Shedsy. This was when I first started KSP.
Wait.
This was before. This is the very first time I achieved an orbit.
So we're gonna angle down a little ways and fire engines. Engines off.
I've come a long way.
Zoom out just a little bit.
I didn't even know how to use my purple node down here, my orbital info. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know anything about that yet. We've come a long, long ways in 450 hours.
Don't push X. Don't push X.
Yes. All right, Luke. Yeah, once this orbit is achieved, I'm going to be shutting this down. I'm already running over my clock just a little bit.
And you just got to kind of work towards that middle point right there.
I'm sure the
I
crew I have waiting for me on Windrose is texting me like, "Where are you at? You said noon."
You just want to get close.
But
And then push it out in front of you.
I don't mind helping out.
And then just keep doing this. You could potentially just fire your thrusters if you had enough fuel and enough thrust. And maybe on the next episode we'll add
Yeah,
another
Shedsy,
rocket
I've learned all that since then.
Because eventually
It feels weird watching it back then, because then I'm like shaking my head like, oh man, you see, we just achieved an orbit and we have 425 meters per second left.
So
See you later, Luke. Thanks for dropping in, man.
and then we're gonna stop a little bit early so we can
I'm not taking it, don't
readjust
worry.
our angle of attack. You want to keep an eye on which direction your rockets are facing, because if you go the wrong way, you'll mess up the orbit that you're trying to get. Your angles are important here. So be aware of that. Alright, we're almost, I mean, we do have an orbit, but I want to get that orbit a little bit higher on that back side.
What, Booba?
Because right now, I'm pretty
What?
sure we're going to be dipping below the atmosphere.
What?
And we don't want that.
I'm looking. What am I looking at? Oh, got it. But yep. So, cool guy, if you want to see and watch this, just go to the playlist down below. Look for Kerbal Space Program PS5, and it's the third video in. I want to see how long ago this was. July 6th of 2025, so not even a full year yet. So yeah. This playlist, if you watch through this playlist, I mean, this is exactly the journey I took. The very first playlist I made, the very first few hours on KSP. Mike Aben is a better teacher, a better tutorial. Shed's the only game I have. No, I have tons of games. I am a gamer, but I love the challenge of it. So, we're going to go ahead and shut down. I do thank you guys all for coming. Hanging out with me, keeping me company. We did manage to accomplish 1.5 of our objectives today. I'm convinced that next time we play, we should be able to get that next one knocked out pretty easily. If you guys want to see how that happens and plays out, make sure you hit the subscribe button and check back in next weekend. If you if you get bored, check out that playlist.
Oh, come on, I hate
It's all right, Shedsy. There's games for everybody out there. The fact that you play Kerbal is proof of that statement. So, I'm out. Check out the playlist. Like, subscribe. Come back next weekend. I think I've hit them all.